Welcome back to Casual Bias Rugby. We've got some talking points today, people. We have to talk about Stephen Donald's controversial opinions surrounding the URC, and we've got to talk about round 16 of the URC because it's in the final 3 weekends, right? So round 16 guarantees an absolute classic, especially if you look at how close the table is and how good round 15 was. So if you just like a bit of shit talking when it comes to rugby, that's your vibe. Please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. But anyway, so Stephen Donald has come out and he said Jordie Barrett shouldn't just get back into the All Black squad, seeing that he's the vice captain, because he's playing in the URC, which is a very, very low level of rugby compared to the Super Rugby. Now, I don't know what that was kind of based around. Like, I don't have anything against Stephen Donald. I love the Super Rugby. Like, I'm a massive advocate for the Super Rugby. I think it's totally different than what you usually see. I think it's probably the most exciting rugby that you can possibly watch in terms of the attack of it. But I just want to know what it was based around. Like, obviously, it was taken out of context. I'm not going to say I'm going to base it out of context or anything, but I've only seen the quotes. Like, I haven't seen the physical video of him saying it. Someone commented it on the previous video asking what my thoughts was on it. And it just feels a bit absurd to say that. Because, firstly, Jordie Barrett is your vice captain. Are we just going to discard, let's say even if it was a very low level, are we just going to discard how good he's been over all the other years and then say, okay, because he's played a couple of months in the URC and in the Champions Cup, that all of a sudden discredits everything that he's done in the past in terms of probably being one of your best players that you have for the All Blacks. Like, imagine the Springboks telling Andre Pollard, Eben Etzebeth, Cheslin Colby or whatever, whoever's playing not in our leagues that we're playing, even though you've won the World Cup, the Rugby Championship, the British and Irish Lions Tour, just because you played a couple of months somewhere else, you cannot play for us anymore. You have to prove yourself again, even if you're vice captain. That is a crazy statement to make. Like, I just don't get it. And then also, like, I get that some teams in the URC might be on the lower end, right? Like, let's say not on the level as to some of the Super Rugby teams. But I pretty much think the best of the best when it comes to the URC can hang with the best of the Super Rugby. Like, I'm not trying to slander the Super Rugby. I'm just saying it's a totally different brand of rugby, right? But I truly think that they can hang with it. They can hold there. I think Leinster probably beats most of the Super Rugby teams. Right, we even saw Munster travelling to the Crusaders last year. Now, I know the Crusaders had a bad season, but Munster beat the Crusaders in New Zealand. Right? And I don't even think that was a full-strength Munster team. Never mind, he's talking about the URC, but most of Jordie Barrett's games has been in the Champions Cup, which includes the Premiership and includes the top 14. Right? And in my opinion, the top 14 is better than the URC, like the composition, the quality of the teams, those type of things. They are even better than the URC. And the Premiership, well, you have to be honest, like, they've been better than the URC in terms of how their performances have been in the Champions Cup, if I'm not mistaken, or on par at least. So that's the best of Europe. And you want to tell me that that is a very low level compared to the Super Rugby. As I said, I love the Super Rugby. But it's comments like that that just makes you feel like, what the fuck are you even saying? That makes absolutely no sense. And I'm just coming up in the fence of Jordie Barrett. Like, Jordie Barrett's a sensational player. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I think it was just a bit of a brain-dead comment. Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and slander the Super Rugby because I absolutely love it. I do encourage everyone to go and watch it. I just don't like it when you put down another competition for whatever. Right? Like, how does that grow the game? To say something else is a very low level. I think the URC is absolutely amazing. Look at how close it is. You look at this and you think it's low level rugby. Seriously. Fix up. Anyway, let's chat about round 16. That was I wouldn't even say it was a little rant because I just think it was a stupid comment. Let's talk about the South African fixtures first, because most likely most of you guys that are here are from South Africa. Glasgow taking on the Bulls. If the Bulls pull out another performance as they did against Munster, they are winning this game. But I have to stay true to myself in hating the Bulls, because as you can see, I'm representing the Stormers. I'm just kidding. I don't hate the Bulls. It's going to be a sensational game. It's a number 2 versus number 3. But it's just this thing with Glasgow at home. I don't back anyone travelling to Glasgow and playing them at home. It just feels like an impossible thing to do. It feels like they are unstoppable at home. Like, even if Leinster, full-strength Leinster, had to travel to Glasgow and Glasgow played home, I would probably back Leinster. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Glasgow got it done. So I'm going to back Glasgow at home. I think the Bulls have been great, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if they get it done, especially after that confidence-boosting performance against Munster. It's a tough one, but let's go Glasgow by 6 points. I think it's going to be a scrappy victory. The Bulls will put up a solid fight. But we know South African teams, we're just notorious for not travelling well. I know the Bulls just got that victory. But to do it 2 weekends in a row, obviously, I'll give them all the credit in the world if they do it. I'm not trying to knock the Bulls. I just think the Glasgow at home, they're just a bit better. Next up, Lions taking on Connacht. I just can't see how... The way that Connacht played, they're still fighting for that top 8 positions. They played very, very well against the Stormers. The way that they attack, John Dobson even said it after the game that they're statistically the best attacking team. If you look at the soft tries that the Lions just conceded against Benetton, not trying to discredit Benetton, but like, if you give those chances to Connacht, they're going to do the exact same thing to you. I'm going to back Connacht to do it. I would love the Lions to win this game. Like, seriously, I feel so sad for the Lions because they play great rugby and then they just get slaughtered all of a sudden. And they deserve to be higher up than 14th after the start that they had in the season. It's been really tough. And they usually end the season strong, right? But this, it's just not ended well for them at all. It's not going to be an easy one for Connacht. I reckon they win it by about 3 or 4 points. Really going down to the wire, but them knowing that they still have a lot to play for, knowing they should have probably won against the Stormers as well, will give them enough fuel to get it done over the Lions. So let's go with Connacht to win it by 3 or 4 points. Then we're going on to the Stormers. We're playing Benetton. Now, Benetton is a quality team. I truly hope that round 15 was a wake-up call for the Stormers. Because if we play like that again, could just give up. Like, it is... That was bad, right? Like, some of the best attacking rugby that you'll play, but some of the worst defense that you'll see in your lifetime. And I don't even... Like, structure-wise, it just looked bad. Missed tackles, it just looked terrible. And Benetton, I've said it before, I think they are the most clinical team. Same with Italy when it comes down to international level. It doesn't feel like they just build pressure. They just hit you when, as soon as they get the ball, they just score points. And it's brilliant to watch. And if they do that to the Stormers again, I wouldn't be surprised if they get away with the victory. They also know they've got a lot to play for. They're sitting in 5th at the moment. This is literally 2 teams fighting for the top 8 positions. Both of them, if they win this game, kind of gives them a lot more security in terms of progressing. And obviously, you want to end up as high as possible. Because the Stormers, guarantee you, they don't want to travel to the Aviva or the RDS or Croke Park, wherever you want to do it for the playoffs against Leinster. We don't want to travel to Scotland and play Glasgow at their field. Like, we'd fancy our chances probably against the Bulls at Loftus or against the Sharks in Durban. And the same goes for Benetton. Like, you'd fancy your chances a bit more there, especially because it's still in our country. So, massive game. I'm going to back the Stormers because we know at home our record is a lot better. So, hopefully that was a wake-up call. I'm going to go the Stormers by 12 points. One of those where it's close, and then maybe just get like a victory or a victory securing try right at the end. Like, let's say we lead by 5 and then score another try at the end to make it 12. But I wouldn't be surprised if fucking we just hold on for a 2-point victory or even lose this game. But gotta back your boys. When you're representing, you gotta back your boys. And then the final South African game, we've got Ulster taking on the Sharks. Oh, I haven't seen any of the squads, obviously. Ulster obviously got destroyed by Leinster. The Sharks, I mean, they just snuck over the line against Edinburgh. But Edinburgh at home is very good. They are very good. Like, I don't want to discredit the victory from the Sharks. Ulster obviously wants to bounce back. Ulster beat the Stormers as well. I'm going to back the Sharks. They pulled out a nitty-gritty performance against Edinburgh. I know Ulster's going to be a tough game. But this isn't the same Ulster that we've seen in the previous seasons, even though I have also been impressed with their form or their matches lately. I'm going to back the Sharks to get it done. I just think overall quality, that they are better than Ulster. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't think the Sharks are well coached necessarily. I can't do a better job for the people. Oh, well, Plumtree's done this and that. Can you do better? No, obviously I can't do better. But I think there's better coaches out there. If you get the Sharks another coach, I think that they'll literally steamroll probably most teams in the world. Let's back the Sharks to get it done. Another close one. I feel all these games are going to be close. I wouldn't be surprised if this one plays out nearly exactly as the Edinburgh game did. Let's go Sharks by 6 points. To kind of secure that. I think the Sharks just need one more victory to secure top 4 for them. So just get it done while you're still on the road. Easy. There you go, securing your own playoff games. Now let's go on to the other games. What's this? On Friday, we've got Cardiff versus Munster. Cardiff at home. Oh, this is another close one. It's the same vibes as the Benetton Stormers one. I'm going to back Munster to do it. Cardiff has been sensational. But Munster, when it boils down to it, they've got the rugby heritage. They know how to do it in these big games. They know a victory over Cardiff would be absolutely massive for them. So I'm going to back Munster to get it done. Cardiff will put up a fight. They don't win by much. They don't lose by much. But I mean, they kind of destroyed the Ospreys last weekend. I think it was the Ospreys. Played absolutely brilliantly. At home will make it tough for Munster. But let's go with the Munster victory. Just because they've been there, they've done it before. I mean, they just lost to a Bulls team that played sensationally, and also a reffing mistake that made them play with 14 players for 14 minutes, which is absolutely crazy to me. Because mistakes like that shouldn't happen, right? Especially not at this point of the season, not at this level of rugby. Mistakes like that, it kind of feels like it's unforgivable. Now, obviously, the Bulls didn't score or do any damage during that 14 minutes. But you have to think, okay, well, at least it didn't affect the game like that. But what could Munster have done if they had 15 players on the field, right? So it's not right. There's no way to fix it. But it is a bit of an annoyance, and I can get why Munster fans would have been annoyed with that. But I'm going to back Munster. I just think overall they're the stronger team. Overall they've got the better quality. And they just know how to do it. So let's go Munster by about 10 points. But a good fight from Cardiff. Then we've got the Ospreys taking on the Dragons. Ospreys, they're at home. Dragons, they've just struggled, right? Like, they can maybe put up a fight, but I think the Ospreys, this is a massive game for them. If they don't get maximum points, they're out of it. So let's go the Ospreys by about 15, 16 points. I know it's a bit of a derby, but let's just back them at home. They need this one. I mean, that loss against Cardiff was massive. That was an ouchie one. Scarlets taking on Leinster. Scarlets, I've been very impressed with them. They're sitting in 9th, but I just don't see how this Leinster train is getting stopped at any point. Unless Leinster plays like a seriously rotated team, maybe I can see the Scarlets getting close. But I think even a rotated team, just with the structure that Leinster has, the coaching environment that everyone's been there, everyone's got game time, right? So they're just slotting into these different positions and playing some sensational rugby. So I'm going to still back Leinster to get it done. I'll even go by about 18 points. Scarlets to put up a fight, but in the end, the quality of Leinster is just, it just molds you. I mean, they played a kind of second string team against the Stormers and beat us by about 30 points. It was crazy. Like, I feel when you've got a structure like Leinster, you can kind of play anyone in there, just slotting people in. They've already played throughout the season. It's tough. I want Scarlets to do well, but they're not getting the victory on this one. And then finally, you've got Zebra versus Edinburgh. And I see a miracle in Parma. We're going with the upset victory. Give me Zebra Parma to get it done by 4 points. They let it slip against Glasgow. I know Edinburgh is still fighting for a lot, but I'm going purely on vibes. I said Zebra will still win another game this season. I'm going with them to get it done over Edinburgh. I think the loss against the Sharks after you should have won it would be a big stunt. And then all of a sudden, you want to feel up for the next game. You're playing Zebra. You feel you should get this done. And then Zebra just give it their all and they get it done again. Give me Zebra by 7 points. If you did like this video, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on round 16. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Stephen Donald comments. Please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.